Welcome to the second episode of the series looking at the emotion of fear. In this episode, we're talking about strategies for managing and coping with fear. The University of Harvard published a guide on how to manage fear during the coronavirus pandemic. It's available in English on the university website, and we'll add a link to the notes for this episode. In summary, in the guide, we can find an enlarged list of symptoms of fear or anxiety. Here these two emotions are grouped together. These thoughts and feelings may manifest in a range of different reactions, such as anxiety, worry or panic, difficulty concentrating or sleeping, feeling helpless or confused, anger, skepticism or bravado, social withdrawal, overexposure to media, hypervigilance to one's health, feelings of loss or grief, excitement, relief, or curiosity. Have you ever noticed such symptoms in yourself or people around you? Can you connect them to the fear of COVID-19 or to the times of the pandemic? The specialists at Harvard suggest several approaches that can be taken to manage and cope with such fears. Let's take a moment now to talk through 6 of these strategies. And as we go through them, think about how you can relate to these personally and the emotions you may feel from time to time. And also about how you can support others with the feelings of fear they may be facing. The first idea is about keeping things in perspective. The advice is to try to reduce the time you spend watching or listening to upsetting media coverage, and through that, it can be possible to limit worry and agitation. This means taking a break from watching the news and focusing on the things that are positive in your life and things you have control over. The second strategy is to find activities that give you a sense of control. Even simple tasks such as making your bed, doing your laundry, going for a walk, checking in on a friend, or practicing a new skill can help. These are all activities within your control. Also, try to do activities that are the opposite of focusing on worry, such as listening to upbeat music, watching a comedy, reading a book, and so on. The next recommended approach is to think about what you might say to a friend about the current situation that would support, encourage, or reassure them. Then practice saying those things to yourself. The fourth idea we'd like to highlight from the guide is to practice a mindset of gratitude. This means spending time each day thinking about the things you're grateful for. For example, think of 3 things, either the same 3 each day and remind yourself that you're grateful for these things, or try to think of 3 different things each day. This should help you build a collection of things you're grateful for and help you focus on the positive. A further step is to then picture yourself holding these things in your open hands while practicing that gratitude. Number 5 is to be aware of negative thoughts and language you may use when thinking about situations or things that may be happening or may be leading to negative emotions. Something as simple as saying, "That's interesting," rather than "That's awful," can be helpful. And finally, the 6th strategy we're looking at in this podcast is about using your thoughts to effectively manage worry. For example, think about the thing that's causing you worry or fear, and imagine taking it from your thoughts and your mind and placing it inside a box. Now imagine closing the lid on that box and putting it to the side. The box can hold whatever you put in it, and you can go back to it anytime you want to. But in the meantime, the box will hold those thoughts and feelings for you, so that you can focus on other things, or leave the worries and fears aside for a while. This strategy is known as using the worry container. There are many ways to cope with and manage fear. The approaches we've just been talking about demonstrate a few ways we can use creativity to do this. We hope you found them useful, and that encouraging your own use of creativity to deal with these emotions and to help others. And that's what our project, Creating Wellbeing, is about. In the next episode, we'll be talking about our research in care homes and with workers in these and related settings, and what the studies have shown about the effects of fear of COVID-19 on older people living in care home settings. Thanks for listening.